Boom. Yes, people, back with another one, man. And today I'm talking about work. Now, I had a little situation at work recently where basically I got into it with someone, and yeah, luckily nothing happened, nothing really escalated. But I'm going to be talking about why you need to hold your frame at work, and you shouldn't be a pushover because people start to take a mick out of you, basically. So yeah, let me start off with the story time. So as I said, I'm a fixer, right? And we're loading stuff into the hoist or whatever stuff we need to fix. And we got these long boards that we need to fix. So it's taken a minute to get into the hoist. The hoist is basically a lift on a construction site. And so, because it's taking long to load, we have to load it a certain way. So it's taking long. We're holding everyone up, which is, it happens on construction sites. Sometimes you have to wait for the hoist. And so people are loading, people are offloading, etc. But so there's this company. Obviously, they've done their briefing now. They're all waiting for the hoist to go up to their level to start working. But we're busy loading the hoist. So once we finish loading, then they can come in and we all go up together. That's just the best way. Now, as we're loading, I can tell this guy, basically, well, long story short, I'm loading now, I'm putting the stuff in the hoist. And the guys come to sit right next to where I'm working, basically. And you can see I'm holding these long poles. They're moving about. It's like, bro, why would you sit? I noticed him sitting there. And I thought he's done it on purpose, a power play, hurry up sort of thing, innit? Because maybe he wants to get to work quick or whatever. So I've noticed him, and I'm thinking I thought in my head, I'm gonna hit him with one of these poles, not on purpose, but just because of where he's sitting and how we're working. It's inevitable. We got all these stuff that we need to load. I'm going to hit him one time. And funny enough, I hit him. And bearing in mind, everyone's waiting for the hoist. So there's like 30 people here waiting, and we're working, innit? And I hit him, and I don't even know what country he is. He's like maybe like Eastern European out, but I don't know, bro. I hit him and he starts screaming, "Hey!" And then everyone looks, and then I'm like, "No one told you to." I told him, "No one told you to sit there. You can see we're working." And he's like, "What?" And then I said, "You heard what I said. No one told you to sit there. You can see we're working." And then he starts speaking in his language or whatever. I don't understand him. So he's cussing and I'm cussing back. I'm like, shut up, bro. So now we're going back and forth, and now everyone's watching. There's like 30 people watching. Luckily, none of these are supervisors, or there's one, you have site supervisors and you have supervisors of each company. So there's no site supervisors. They're like big bosses, innit? They can tell people you're fired, etc. Go home. And then you have supervisors, head of their companies. So their companies, whatever, I don't want to say the company name. So their supervisors, they're in it. And so we're going back and forth, and he's seen everything play out. He's a cool guy. He's seen everything play out. And he spoke to him, he's like, "We can see they're working. Why did you go and sit there, in it?" I think he speaks that language, etc. And he's called me over now. And the supervisor to try and squash it, in it, because he's like, before the big managers see what's going on, let's just squash it. But I can't lie, I'm heated because he done it on purpose. I feel like he was, as I said, there's 30 people, he's with his colleagues, they're all from the same country. And basically there's 1-2 black guys around. That on construction sites, there's not many black people in it. So I feel like he done a power play, like, bro, basically trying to test me out, like, bro, am I gonna forward them? Like, bro, you got the wrong one. That's all I'm thinking. When he said that, I'm like, bro, you got the wrong one. Because it was inevitable I was gonna hit him because of where he was sitting. Then his supervisors called him, told him to calm down or whatever. And he's called me. So they're talking and he's called me. But as he's called me, cause he's standing right next to, let's call the guy Bob. Cause Bob, the guy that I'm beefing, cause Bob is standing right next to his supervisor. When his supervisor calls me, I'm not even looking at his supervisor. I'm looking straight at Bob, bro. And his supervisor's trying to talk to me, but I can't even process what he's saying, bro. I've just locked my eyes on him because I'm just like, then he's like, "What?" And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what?" And he's like, "Shut up." I was like, "Make me shut up." And then I leaned in forward, I was like, "Make me shut up." I was like that. And then just naturally I turned, wait, let me, basically, how can I explain it? So I've done boxing for a while, right? Like I don't know, 4 years now. I can't remember when I started, right? So naturally, when I'm ready to defend myself, I don't think about it. It's just I realized that I was in my stance already. So instead of standing like this, any of you that have trained boxing, you know that you stand side on. So I'm standing like this. I'm like, say something. I'm like, make me shut up, like, sideways like that. Because obviously, when you're side on, you can throw a punch better, or you can throw a hook. So I'm like, oh, make me shut up. Then he was like, grow up. I was like, no, don't say grow up now. You said you're gonna make me shut up. Make me shut up. And it went silent. And I was like, go on then. And he didn't say anything. And I was like, I thought so. And I carried on working. Then we finished working or whatever. We finished working. And obviously being on the construction site is like being in jail. I ain't been in jail, but when I watch the movies and all of that, it's like word gets around quick. Most people are living boring lives. Let's be honest. Like in work, most people are living boring lives. So that's the most excitement they're gonna see in a year. Maybe not a year, but in months. So that's gonna be the main topic. And I'm walking around site now, and people are giving me nods, and because it's like everyone's working with their race, isn't it? Basically, because these subcontractors hire people that they hire their own race, so everyone's basically working with their race. And this company, they have the most people on that site, so they basically there's most of them in it. And there's only a few black guys or whatever. And a few days after, the another black guy came up to me. He's like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo," I always say cool to him because every black guy that you see, you just say cool. It's just, oh, you're black and you're on a construction site. It's like we say cool, innit? We just acknowledge each other. But then he actually stopped me. He was like, bro, I can't lie, you handled yourself very well. And I was wondering why people were like, giving me nods, dabbing me up, and all of that. So, to me, it was nothing. Nothing really happened. We nearly fought, but that's not nothing. After 15 minutes, it left my mind because, as I said, for some people, it's like, oh shit, I'm used to fighting. As I said, I've been boxing, like, I've had rows in the street and whatever. I'm not condoning any of that anyways. It's life, innit? And nothing really happened, so I forgot about it. But I noticed more like, as the days went on, 2 days, people were nodding, people were shaking my hand and stuff. And then I was thinking, what's going on? Like, did I get a shape up or something or whatever? And now he was like, yeah, it's because most people, word's gone around about how you handled yourself. Because I was basically surrounded by all of them. And long story short, I didn't fold. And yeah, bro, Did I handle it the best way? No. I should have probably just ignored him or whatever. But the thing with me is, I feel like because he was with his peers or whatever, and it was like power play for him where he tried to sit where we were working. Basically, like, that's what rubbed me the wrong way. Is like, bro, you really think you can? Bro, I'm not that guy. You really think you can try to do this, bro? If I just hit him by mistake, and me, how can I say it? I don't have what did 50 is like what 50 said. I don't have a problem unless there's a problem. Like, I don't get if you like speak to anyone, I'm the calmest guy, I'm the quietest guy in work. I just do my job, get my money and go home. But if you have a problem, I have no problem having a problem with you, bro. If you if you have a problem, I ain't got no problem. As I said, I'm used to I don't care, bro. Honestly, we can have a problem. So yeah, did I handle it the best way? Nah, bro, I didn't. I probably should have. The correct thing to do is ignore him. But as I said, it was because he thought he could do the power play move, like try son, little boy, hurry up. It's like, bro, I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that. And I think his supervisor sent him home, innit? Because he, as I said, he witnessed everything. And yeah, bro, that's literally the story. You can't fold at work. Long story short, you can't fold at work. And yeah, as I said, long story short, you can't, bro. Some men are gonna try to take the piss in it, but you can't fold that. Sometimes you have to show people that, yo, like, I'm not saying be egotistical and think you can beat everyone up, etc., etc. As I said, I'm boxed for a few years, so I don't have a problem. If it's hand to hand, I really don't have a problem taking it there because I'm comfortable in what I'm doing in it. But I'm comfortable in what I'm doing. I know what I bring to the table in that aspect. So, but you never want to get to that stage, bro. You never want to get to that stage, and it's just Yeah, bro, I just thought I'd just share this story. Like, it's basically I feel like the moral of the story is don't be a pushover, but don't be reckless as well. Like, I could have easily lost my job. Worst case scenario, I punch that guy in his jaw and I lose my job. Now what, bro? Or I get a criminal record. It's not worth it at the end of the day. So, yeah, if you man enjoyed that story time, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video, but we'll see. And I'll catch you on the next one, man, in a bit.